Bird's Nest Broadcasting Network game of the week. It will be the game of the week. We'll get to that a little later. Under 500. So the winner will get to that threshold and hope that they can build on it for the rest of the season. I'm Cal Oakes with Derek Varney, and Derek's been a while since the 51 win. The last time we were here was before their COVID pause, almost 3 weeks ago now, when they beat Lafayette.
Yeah, absolutely, and that game started out. That was a good win. They started out where you and I were both. Nick Mosby catches fire. That's Jay-Z Middleton played a great game.
Yeah.
But just kind of fast forward, I'm talking to Coach Glenn. I was like, well, you only need 5. You only need 5 on the floor. He said, and Micah sprained his MCL.
Yeah, he tweaked it very late in the game with about 30 seconds left.
And that's one of those, you got the ACL, MCL. Anytime you get those sprains, he said he may be back in a week. I said, if he's lucky.
Yeah.
If he's lucky. But anyway, just seeing highlights on Woodford County the other night in a loss. They look rugged. Woodford County, they're going to bring a lot of physicality. There's no love loss between these two programs.
No, they've had some bloodbaths here the last couple of years.
Exactly right. And Deron Brown, their coach, was just a heck of a player. University of Pittsburgh.
Bryan Station.
Yes, Bryan Station always played hard. Matter of fact, it's funny that Coach Glenn and I coached him at Transylvania's basketball time.
Scott County will be without Micah Glenn, as you mentioned. They will also be with, for at least this game, for the second straight game, Chase Grigsby, the starting point guard, and Isaiah Haynes, the leading scorer on the team, 14.8 points per game. So that's 3 starters that they're down. 3 guys that have started all season long. The guys you can expect to see filling in, Nick Mosby, you mentioned him. He's kind of been in and out of the, I thought, at Western Hills the other day, 6 assists, if memory serves. Played really steady, great defense as well.
Coach Glenn had him for 9. He graded the game out. And he told me earlier. He said, "I had him." I
was going to say it's hard.
Wow.
It's hard to. Sometimes it's hard to pick those up until you watch them on film the second time around. Andrew Wilhite had a career game at Western Hills the other day. Had 10 points. Had a big 3 at the end of the third quarter. Hit some other big shot. Gage Richardson, the 8th grader, you're going to see him tonight as well, as he had to play a lot of minutes on Saturday. So they're going to have to go a little deeper than they've had to at any point this year to keep this win streak alive. And you mentioned Woodford County being a rugged team. Mr. Hunter Penn, 17.2 points per game, 9.6 rebounds. He is making 60.
A lot of those come from by just looking at his body.
Yeah, he's a rugged sort. They had trouble with him last year, and we know how good a Scott County team that was at the end of the year. They played Woodford early over there. It was a game that came down to the wire, but Scott County ended up losing that one. They've had a couple of battles here over the years in the Toyota Classic that come to mind in recent years. So it's been a good rivalry as of late. We're expecting another dandy tonight. It's been a strange season, Derek. It's just getting stranger, it seems like, with the cancellations. Great Crossing boys just entered the COVID protocol for the second time in less than a month. They will be out until February the 16th, I think, is their next scheduled game. So we hope the 2 girls teams can stay active, and they've had games canceled because of other opponents' issues. So we're just happy to see a game whenever we can at this point in time.
We are, and those we come into the week going, we got games Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then we really come into the week after Sunday, and we got right now we have tonight, and
that's it.
And
if y'all looked at the weather forecast before you tune into this game, I don't think anybody's going to be on Wednesday anyway. So I don't think that would have happened to begin with.
Right, Tuesday. It looks like it's coming in Tuesday.
The whole week is just kind of a snow ice situation. It looks like developing. So we're glad to get this one in tonight. We mentioned a bunch of names from Scott County. I want to throw out another one. Jeremy Hamilton had an outstanding game at Western Hills, and I think he's going to be extremely significant. You talked about Penn and just neutralizing him tonight. It's going to take another great game from Jeremy.
Yeah, and that's going to be the assignment. I know he's got it because doesn't have as big as body as Penn, but I guarantee muscle-wise he is as strong as Mr. Penn is, and we'll see that. And a lot of times when you have a guy on you, even though you're a little bit bigger, if you have a guy that's a little bit quicker, that's a tough assignment. It really is. It makes you tough because he beats you to the spot that you're
at Western Hills on Saturday. He had 20 and 15, but Jeremy kind of neutralized that, especially in the second half, grabbed a lot of defensive rebounds and also had 16 points on the day. So that was his best offensive performance of the season. SC's been playing well. It's been start and stop, of course. They had the 2-week break. Before that break, we mentioned they beat Lafayette. They also beat Bourbon County before that. A couple of 2-point losses early in the season, so that record's probably deceiving. And, of course, last year it was to get momentum. So good sign that corner analogy that Coach Glenn has used.
Corner.
They're in that corner, and of course they've run into a different corner now and maybe a different roadblock with the missing pieces. But we'll see what they can do tonight with the.
It started when we saw him come off the bench against Lafayette. If you remember that, he missed his first couple shots, and you can see Elias is one of those who his game goes upon his offense. You don't want a kid to be like that, but it's life. It's the way it is. If his offensive game's going, he's playing well all the way around. He thinks if I'm not scoring, I can't do us any good, which we know is not true because he can rebound. He can still play good defense. But, yes, he had a heck of a game against Lafayette. And understand he had a good game the other day.
Yeah, 21 points.
It's going to take it. It's going to take it tonight. But more than anything, he's going to have to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, all these guys are going to have to. Hamilton's going to have the players. So.
Oh, we got 8. I thought we were going to have 7.
We have 8 right now.
All right.
So it's to be seen how many of them will actually play. Let's talk about who else. I see Gage Richardson.
I'm anxious to see him. I really am.
Number 42. I have no idea what number 42 is.
Varsity appearance.
That will be entertaining.
Yes.
To find out how that goes. And the same goes for number 15. He's not on our roster. So this is the situation that we're in. We've got some new faces that we're not even up to speed on. So bear with us tonight. This is going to be a good one. As the Woodford County Yellow Jackets, we mentioned they've been streaky. This is their season. This reminds me of Scott. That's been their pattern. So we hope that they don't start a new win streak tonight and off that cycle. But we mentioned Hunter Penn, another guy to watch, Brian White, Jr., 9.1 points per game. He has made 52% of his three-point shots this season. Another junior, Logan Taylor, averages 9. They've got a freshman, Tyler Doyle, that averages 7.8 points per game. So they're pretty balanced beyond Penn.
Hard, you can count on that.
They certainly will. That is their tradition even before Coach Brown got there. And, of course, he's brought even more of a hard-nosed mentality there. Of course, Woodford County moved back to the 8th region a couple of years ago. This was an 11th region matchup for quite a while.
I think 2 years now. This is their second year.
Yeah, I believe.
Back to the 8th.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be nice.
For a lot of reasons. The 11th is just brutal sometimes. That was the horn. We're going to have the anthem now. We'll be back with you for the starting lineups and the start of this game. County had been missing even 3 key players. There would have been behind them guys that were itching to get in the game that hadn't been playing much, but it shows you how we have 2 schools now and it's a different situation.
County being in years past being so deep that if you did sit out a game like this, you might not get your spot back.
That is
if you're a starter,
true.
it's just because it's just it was a good problem. Coach Hicks always had, and Coach Glenn was a little deeper last year than he is this year. But nothing like looking and having 8 total players tonight.
Woodford County being introduced here will get you their starters. we've kind of already been through all the names of anybody who may or may not play for Scott County. Hunter Penn wears number 35 for Woodford County. J.D. Alexander, another senior, another wide body, number 32. Number 12 is Brian White. Number 3 is Tyler Doyle. And they have a number 5. There's no number 5 listed, but I'm going to guess that is Logan Taylor, the gentleman that is averaging 9 points per game for them.
Yep.
For Scott County, the guy that Nick Mosby, the dangerous shooter, 50% from three-point for the year. Jeremy Hamilton, he's going to
you can count on the Scott County, the two mighty mites that are starting at guard. You can count on them. There's going to be some excitement because they flat out get after you.
Will mentality. You got to love a starting lineup that has Jeremy Hamilton, Andrew Wilhite. It just that kind of tells you the theme.
On the court against Scott County.
No, I don't think so. A couple of DBs out there take care of business.
Yep. Andrew and Jeremy will pick it off.
Woodford won the toss. Logan Taylor will inbound it. And we are underway. Tyler. Bounce pass to the right side in the corner with Alexander. Boy, with Alexander and Penn, they are just big up front.
Yeah, they are. And what they're trying to do right now, they got about a 4 out right now, about a 3 out, 2 in, and
tries to dish it, intercepted by Mosby, and we'll go back the other way.
There's the long arms of Nick Mosby, long arm of the law under there.
30 possession goes.
Cards are going to go with a 2-1-2 and match up in the middle.
Middleton to the timeline. Guarded by Taylor. Had that first bucket for Woodford.
Can get what he wants. I don't think that kid's going to be able to guard him. First possession, I think he should have turned, giving up going up for a jump shot.
And he will go to the line for 3.
Good look. I mean, I'm okay with him shooting up the offense and getting a wide open.
Seemed like it was in the flow.
Sure.
It's a shot that he can certainly make, and I think Scott County is probably going to have to take a few of those tonight. You're not going to be able to slash to the basket and risk taking a bunch. Now, doesn't waste any time at the free throw line. Pops the third one. It rolls in. 3-2 Cardinals. So Elias makes all 3 of them go down.
It's a good sign.
Gotta love it. They have not been a good free throw shooting team this year, 58.7%, but 3 for 3 will help.
That's up 6% from the last time we got them.
That is true. They had games, particularly at Western Hills the other day. There is Alvin dish, but off the hands of Penn. Just a little too quick for Hunter Penn. It's almost like Coach Brown grew up in Lexington.
Right, absolutely.
Milton.
I think Jay-Z's going to be able to get what he wants to. But he's got to put. There you go. You got to put a little pressure there. Meaning, shoot the gaps when you can and get into the lane.
A lot of dribbling up top, but the defense that they're playing, you can afford to be patient right now. Wilhite, right wing, back to Middleton.
No use being in any hurry. We're fine.
Nope. This could be a low-scoring affair if the first 2.5 minutes are any indication. Hamilton post up. No. Short. Rebound. Comes down to White.
Hamilton's got a much right there.
To get to the rack and off the window.
Yes.
Penn up top. Finds Doyle, the freshman.
They're just kind of running a top-to-top screen and trying to get it to the block.
Bounce pass inside to Alexander. He got doubled there. Found Penn. 3-point attempt from the right. In and out. No good. Hamilton rebound. Doyle took the shot. And back comes J.Z. Middleton. He finds Hamilton up top. Gets it to Wilhite. Nice little back door by Hamilton, but he missed the layup. Ball tipped around into the hands of Penn.
It's a great pass right there by Andrew Wilhite. He has to finish that. Jeremy does.
3-point attempt is good by White. So Woodford County back in front 5-3. Quickly over the timeline to Mosby. Hamilton spins inside. Alexander coast to coast. Misses the scoop shot and runs down to Richardson.
They're going to go hard to the bucket. They love transition. That's why they press. A pressing team loves to be in transition.
4:15 to play first quarter, only 5-3. Richardson gets the handle on a hot pass from Mosby, now loses the handle.
Hamilton and Elias are really struggling underneath right now.
So a sluggish start for the Cardinals, who
which are consistent with the slug.
Sometimes in the third quarter they let the other team back in it.
Here we go with Mosby getting him involved.
Mosby was good.
As I said, that has to happen, and he has to turn it up a little bit. I don't know if he seems a little sluggish. He's not. He's going at one speed, which isn't hard.
In the words of the prophet Eric Varney, Mosby hits a three to get us started here. 8-6. Woodford on top. 3:13 to play, first quarter.
They're trying to do Woodford County on their offensive end here. They want transition. If they can't get transition, they'll work the ball around till they get the two wide bodies underneath.
Girls game across town. Great Crossing off to a good start, leading Rockcastle County 13-5. Rockcastle County, last I saw, was in the top 25 in the state, so that's a good test for the Lady Warhawks, who are coming off only their second loss. Had them both back on Saturday. Timmy scored 18 points in only 15 minutes. She's back. Reagan played a little more sparingly. So we'll keep you updated on that. 8-6, the score here after the 32nd timeout, as Woodford is on top of their Scott County Cardinals.
2-1, but he would drop back out of it. It's a token press. I mean, it's nothing like a Lexington Catholic press at all.
Drive from Middleton and a bounce pass to Hamilton, who kicks it back out to Richardson.
One right there.
Middleton with the dime to Richardson to tie it up. 2:35 remaining, first quarter, 8 apiece. Back comes Woodford. Taylor guarded by Wilhite. Hard nose, turnover for Woodford County.
Nice call, Coach Glenn.
Tim had that all the way.
He did, right there in the referee's ear, but it was right in front of him, too.
Wilhite inbounds to Middleton.
A lot of times you see that.
That ref to speak up. You'd think the ref would speak up on his own.
Well, we know he probably didn't see it.
They're not going to. I'm talking about the other one, but yeah.
Yes. Got you.
They have this code not to show up the partner, I'm sure. That's a bad pass intercepted by Woodford. Number way is Middleton quickly with it to Hamilton.
That's a block.
They're going to call it. They're going to call an offensive foul, and he was in no way, shape, or form set. Penn's feet were still moving.
Penn jumped up in the air to draw a charge with Hamilton.
150 to the first foul on Jeremy Hamilton and the Cardinals. So they've done a good job in that department, which is necessary tonight. Now we're having a conversation at the scorer's table.
I think they're talking about him missing that one, too.
Your guess is as good as mine. A couple of subs. We mentioned Davion Ramirez in the game, and Leo Wade, also a freshman, number 0. They got some good-looking freshmen on this team.
They really do.
Going to be a technical county. They had a number. They have a lot of number issues. If you look at the K roster, there's a lot of alternate numbers, and so Mosby will cash in with a free throw. Here's another one that's going to put Scott. Because Mosby makes them both. He's got 5. Elias has 5, and that's for SC, who will have the ball in a 2-point lead.
Right, and Cal, you know who the other team doesn't have the right number. It's the home team. It's the home.
Indeed. So credit Jerry Nettles with that run for SC right now, and they have the ball.
They got to keep moving.
Willite thought about the 3. Now he drives. A go. Rebound comes down to Santonio Wade. I'm going to call a foul on Scott County. On Wilhite. In the rebound. Under a minute and a half to play as Coach Glenn pleads back in play for Woodford County.
That and the kid, when you that's when you can create a jump ball.
Wade.
There's that freshman.
For Johnson. So he isn't listed as number 2. He is a freshman. Okay, so there you go.
Yep.
Jasper Johnson. Well, I'm glad we've got that sorted out. They do have some into our broadcast. We apologize for that. Jasper Johnson. That one to tie it up. We are under a minute to go in the first. Pass to Mosby. Middleton gets another assist. Mosby, he's got 7. Back in front go the Cards.
He's got to be huge tonight.
And so far,
right.
9-2 run for SC. Slow start. Drive the baseline. White. 12 apiece. 36 seconds. Over the timeline. The Mosby spots up. Quick 3. No good. Rebound. Kicks it back to Middleton. They will reset.
I think we need to go for one.
A smart thing, I think, in the situation they're in. Clock.
So we try to get right here or get Mosby free.
Middleton loses his man. Middleton sticks it.
Oh, I forgot to say Jay-Z.
Attempt from 70 feet is off at the.
Like the little pirouette dance that Jay-Z did before he shot the hawk when he was trying to get to the three-point line.
Maybe he broke a couple ankles, and but he makes the 3. That's all that matters. His 3-pointer with 3 seconds left in the quarter is the difference right now. DMB for your listening pleasure. It's Great Crossing is padding the lead across town, 19-7 now. Impressive start for the Lady Warhawks.
Nice. I thought it was a good game Friday night. I thought Scott County played
well, and then I talked to Coach Helton afterwards, and you would have thought it was the God love Coach Helton. From it, I think he wished the intensity that times they had come out of the gate with that night because they just didn't play. But I thought after they settled down and made a game of it, it was an outstanding by them. I think on paper, Great Crossing into that game, and it was they had a puncher's chance.
They
got to within 7 or 8 in the fourth quarter. Start the second period. Mosby has it up top. Who will turn and go and get fouled.
There you go. His acting job.
He sells
hard power dribble and got to the bucket.
That was his move. And I like the way they're shooting free throws tonight. I believe that's 6 for. I hope I didn't just jinx it.
And
yep, I did.
Sure did.
6 for 7 though, and 16-12 is your score. Biggest lead of the night. Back come the Yellow Jackets. Jasper Johnson lost it off his foot, and then
Woodford County dropped back out of the press.
Testing.
Still man-to-man. But
I think I would be pressing if I
would
were
too.
them.
I definitely would.
We've got a point guard out there. I mean, he's a good point guard. We know it, but
it's where Elias needs to. He doesn't need
Elias
to
just tosses it in, little baby hook / short jumper, I guess you could say.
He's going to be able to get what he wants all night.
He's got 8. He is the most athletic person down there in the paint. There is a 3-point attempt that is off, but Woodford gets the offensive board.
Actually went down on the flight of the ball, found somebody, blocked him out, and the ball went over his head.
Hunter Penn was held scoreless in the first quarter, came in averaging just under 18, as we mentioned. His team now within 4 again. Richardson quickly from the right baseline misses. Hamilton fight. 6-point lead again as Hamilton tipped around. Offensive board over the top. Ramirez
has got to rebound.
For the key, Pixon, who finds Will Hyde across court to Mosby, drives the baseline. Gets it partially blocked,
Yep.
recovers.
Go straight up, Nick.
And
Attaboy.
one.
Attaboy.
Second chance hoop for Mosby, who has 9 points already. A chance for 10.
I love the effort tonight, Cal. I really do. Everybody, even on the offensive rebounds, 2 in a row Scott Kenny gave. I love the effort tonight, Cal. I really do. Everybody, even on the offensive rebounds, 2 in a row Scott Kenny gave up. As I mentioned, everybody had someone blocked out. The ball bounced wrong.
Street clothes, you all got to pick it up, and they're all playing like they know that right now.
But they still all have to make contact when the ball. Don't contact when the ball. Don't watch the flight of the ball. When the ball's in the air, it's going towards the rim. You just have to find someone to put a body on them.
He makes the free throw. He's in double digits already. 3-16. Largest lead of the night is 7 for the Cardinals.
Just keep playing defense. They're going to try to get the ball inside. Help right there. Good
Miss.
job.
Rebound by Elias Richardson. Back come the Cardinals. Chance to rip this open a little bit here. Mosby finds Hamilton in the paint, kicks it back to Wilhite. He'll reset it to Middleton, who will shoot a deep three. Good.
He's 2 for 2.
Bingo. NBA distance for Jay-Z. He's got 6, and it's a double-digit lead.
Jay-Z can shoot it from that far out. I played with one coach, Tony Wise of Franklin County, and that guy he was in the parking lot sometimes.
Baseline drive,
So
little hesitation.
Dribble.
Hesitation dribble was a double dribble.
Yep. It's amazing how that happens.
That's what happens. The effort at one end will create opportunities at the other.
Now they're just going full court man-to-man.
Hamilton up top, gets it back to Middleton.
Yep, he's going to call that.
They're going to call the offensive foul again. This time it's a little more acceptable.
Yep, I do agree with that one. I do agree. Because what Jeremy's doing, instead of putting the dribble down first and going, it's shoulder first. Flex offense here they're trying to run.
He was still sliding on the floor. If anything, it's a travel. But they're going to get a timeout. Yep. 4:20 to play here in the first half. Scott County up 10.
That was really bad. Okay, moving on.
Moving on up. Very simple. Just saw Timmy Williams drive to the bucket, so she's out there like she's in typical form for the Lady Warhawks.
And there's no
when all the McMath adds up.
She's a treat. She is a treat.
She is unbelievable. Scott County, we mentioned they're getting things figured out. Kennedy Tompkins needs only 9 points for 1,000 in her career as Woodford County comes out of the timeout. Hunter Penn gets a basket, so good job by Coach Brown there to take advantage of that situation.
And that's what they've been trying to do. They double screened on the other side to get Penn coming off the screen to the opposite baseline, and he's going to score every time right there.
26-18, under the halfway point here in quarter. Nice pass inside from Mosby to Hamilton. Can't finish. Hard-nosed rebound by Wilhite.
Of course.
They're going to call a foul on the floor. Pure guts.
That's it. That's 90% want to, 10% know-how.
He's got the ball, finds Middleton in the corner. Does Wilhite, and now pick up that third foul. It's loose ball. Wilhite recovers. Floater no good. Tipped around. Rebound coming the other way. Woodford threw it out of bounds, though.
Scott County ball. Yep.
Threw it out of bounds. Hamilton was right there. That was the only question, is whether it was going to go off of his fingertips, but it did not. 3.5 minutes to play. SC up 8.
The same 5 Scott County guys are in, and J.Z. Middleton, I don't know if he's trying to call a play or he's trying to call a play. I thought he was saying, get me. I need a breather.
I don't think he's going to have many opportunities.
Got 3.5 minutes here that they can gut it out. They need a bucket. Offense here. Just keep running offense.
Hard to believe J.Z. Middleton doesn't play football. He's pretty well put together, too, for a small guy. Mosby has the ball to Richardson in the corner. Catch and shoot 3. Mosby with 10. They are doing the damage. Biggest lead of the night. Cardinals.
And look what it does for look at Elias now playing defense.
Like you said, it's like the rainbow connection from one to the other. And with a floater from the baseline, nowhere close,
And
and
we
the
will-
rebound comes down to Richardson. You'll concede that one all
Every
night.
time. And when you got a big man putting it on the floor,
Penn's just trying a little too hard. Mosby, he blocks Mosby at the other end, though. Good
Yeah.
effort.
Nick needs to head fake big time.
Penn coming back like a truck. And he created the transition with his block.
Oh, they're in a 2-3. Jay-Z is in range on the Cardinal wing.
That's about where he shot from a couple of times. He dribbles to the top of the key, finds Richardson. That catch and shoot's been working. It doesn't this time. Off the side of the rim, no good.
You see where his shoulders work out?
They weren't squared up.
Exactly right.
There's a three, no good. Long, bounces long rebound. Back to the man who took it was White. Another three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Richardson. Tears
Good.
it. Corner to Mosby, back to Middleton.
Still
Number
at Moody,
15.
JV player. Great. And you know that shirt right now.
A missed free throw for Mosby. Guarded by Moody. We'll get it out.
That's good. That's good to save a foul for okay.
Smith on the layup to get it back to single digits.
Should go in a half down 9.
Best news, we're down to 13 seconds, 12, 11, 10.
Go with 8. Go with 8. Here we go.
Middleton, 7, 6, 5, 4. Mosby, three-pointer way short. Might have been partially blocked. Woodford won't have time to get off the attempt. And at halftime, it's the Scott County Cardinals 31, the Woodford County Jackets 22. Good half.
Good half. Real good half. All that time, Jasper long. Remember, he's bringing the ball, and I look up and like.
We're down.
Yeah. So we are at halftime tonight. Waiting for the stats to come on up here.
Calvin,
Yes,
football coach,
AD football coach
Dennis
Johnson.
when he and I summer long, and we find a court around the baseball field was, and lo and behold, look up, and there's a freshman on the varsity right now that's playing, and that's Jasper Johnson. So I told him, I said,
Funny how that happens.
all the
Well, we'll summarize the scoring here.